What if you could save time, money, and resources on procurement while ensuring complete legal compliance? Let me introduce you to TIPS, the game changer in public sector purchasing. Hi, my name is Jason Ellinger, and while we're known for breaking down language barriers across borders, and I want to introduce an organization that's breaking down barriers in public procurement. This organization is known as TIPS, or the Interlocal Purchasing System, and they're revolutionizing how governments and public sectors and school districts handle their purchasing needs. By the end of this video, you'll understand what TIPS is, why it's necessary for your organization, and the incredible benefits it offers for those public sector organizations that become members. Plus, I'm going to share how Taika Translations fits into this picture. So let's dive in and discover how TIPS can transform your procurement process. So one of the main problems that we've experienced, and many of our public procurement officers experience as they go through the process of getting services and buying the services and the goods that they need just to operate their daily activities, is the process is very lengthy. Going out, finding the bidders, qualifying the bidders, ensuring that they meet all the compliance regulatory needs, making sure that they have the licenses, making sure they actually have the product, making sure the product's actually any good, and so on. You get the idea. Ensuring the compliance is one of the biggest elements of the whole process, and as much as organizations try, sometimes they still fail. Taika Translations actually participated in a lot of government procurement around the United States of America. And one of our contracts, we participated with this organization, and they let the contract, and they had the bid meeting. They followed all the protocols just as they were supposed to. And 3 months after we had won the contract, they had assigned the work to vendors. They realized on their legal side that they hadn't checked all the boxes, and they had to completely redo the whole solicitation and do the submission again. And it created a terrible workload for the office workers in the procurement office, as well as the legal team and the compliance team, and of course all the bidders like Taika Translations having to resubmit all of the documentation, have the meetings, and all of the process that was necessary to get back on that. And that created so much headache and pain for everyone involved in the process. TIPS is here to help us work through those types of situations and eliminate that entire scenario. So in this video, I'm going to share what TIPS is, how it simplifies the procurement process for public entities, how TIPS actually works, and the benefits of TIPS membership, and also how to become a TIPS member. By the way, if you're finding this video at all helpful, I would really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe before diving into the first item. So what is TIPS? TIPS is a national purchasing cooperative that shares purchasing services and procurement processes for public and private organizations. TIPS pre-vets contracts with quality vendors, allowing the members to bypass the traditional bidding process because they've already done all the bidding work upfront for you, making sure that all of the compliance needs are met. The system ensures that you have competitive pricing and ensures complete compliance with all procurement laws in your local area. So how TIPS works is it conducts a very rigorous evaluation of vendors to ensure quality and competitive pricing, which is a #1 requirement for all procurement throughout the government services operations. Members of TIPS can browse the TIPS website to find pre-approved vendors for all of their procurement needs. Once a vendor is selected and onboarded onto the TIPS contract, then any purchasers, public or private, can purchase without going through any other formal bidding process. So the benefits of TIP memberships are, among those I've already talked about, is time savings, eliminating the need for individual RFPs and lengthy bidding processes, cost reduction by leveraging the collection of buyers and the buying power of all the TIPS members to make sure you have better pricing. Compliance. TIPS ensures that all contracts meet local and state procurement requirements. And the fourth benefit is vendor quality. TIPS ensures that you have access to vendors that not only qualify by all the legal requirements, but they also qualify to be purchased from as far as vendor quality goes. And they're already pre-vetted, high-quality vendors in place, ready for you to make your immediate purchase through the TIPS system. So to become a TIPS member, there's a couple things you need to know. One, TIPS membership is free for eligible entities. Becoming a TIPS member is simple, and it's even free for many eligible entities. And all you have to do is fill out a simple membership organization, and if you meet the requirement, you'll be given immediate access to all of the organizations inside of TIPS where you can start to make purchases immediately. And you can be sure that every single vendor has been vetted, that they meet the compliance requirements for your state and local laws, and that you can purchase with confidence because quality will not be an issue for those vendors in the system. And last, but definitely not least, is something that I'm very, very proud to announce, and that is as of January 2025, Taika Translations is now a TIPS vendor. Our translation and interpretation services are now easily accessible to all of the TIPS members. You can visit our profile by going to the link in the description to learn more about the services that we offer through the TIPS contracting portal. Thank you so much for taking some time to watch this video. If it was valuable, please like and subscribe and share with someone who you think might need it and who you think might be able to utilize the TIPS purchasing system, or to someone you think might benefit from becoming a TIPS member.